them all, the Super Bowl. We've made it, we have made it. Alongside Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, bringing you coverage of the Super Bowl. It's almost surreal when you take in the atmosphere, isn't it? The magnificent spectacle that surrounds this game each and every February. And at the center of it, the best team from both conferences who fought all season long for the honor of playing here tonight.
And you know what's beautiful about this stage, Kate? These teams who meet in the Super Bowl each and every year, we've learned this. They're not always the most talented team in the league. They're the two who never buckled under the pressure, never let the moment become too big. You know what I love to say? They're the ones that didn't just play with one another. They played for one another. And I can't wait. You can't wait. The world can't wait to see which team truly earns the right to raise that Lombardi and call themselves a champion.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Richardson throwing to start out. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. And now it's 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Robinson, a 1st down and more. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. They get 37 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. The back grabs it. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key.
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Dallas Turner there to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They give it to him again. And again, he can't manage anything. Defense all over him at the line. 3rd and long for him here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dallas Turner picks it off. And the Falcons get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
We've reached the end of the first quarter of Super Bowl 62. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Miami in just a moment. Welcome back, all. Second quarter of Super Bowl 62 just moments away. On first down, it's Richardson. Taking a deep shot here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Raider football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking to the air here. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 25. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side defensively they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That's grabbed inside the 30. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons need only one to take the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Hits his running back. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Back to 60, back to 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, Smash.
Running for the marker on second. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That's Marcus Davenport with the tackle. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Lions. Go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch made over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Well, that's the 2-minute warning. The Raiders working here. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll try and throw it here. Complete here to Bowers. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 35 on second down. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Raiders first. They kick the running back in motion. First down from the red zone. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Let's go now.
Here's a handoff up the gut. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Brock Bowers the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Raiders tie things up at 14. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Back to throw now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. Well, Brock, it was an absolute battle in the first half as they played to a tie, heading into the locker rooms. And already we have the first big play of half number 2 with that INT.
Yeah, not just the first big play, but maybe the first separating play here, Kate. There's always a moment in the second half, especially where one of these teams makes the play, right? That one that we're going to circle and look back to as the defining play of the half. We may just have witnessed it right there.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. He'll get this complete to Pitts. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Finds McConkey. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Here we go.
Robinson on the inside give. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Let's go.
Third and short yardage here, Richardson. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fearless type of cornerback.
Okay, great.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's Richardson. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Drop low 80. Set go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. So we've hit the end of 3 in Super Bowl 62. It's Raiders football. They need to make up this deficit quick for a chance at the title. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
From the 48. Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Taken in by Shaheed. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Vegas first down. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
QB sneak coming. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain for them there, setting up 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's chased all the way to the sideline and out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Down the sideline inside the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Big gain downfield. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. Drake London with the touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. come out throwing. And they got there in time. He's taken down. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Raiders losing by 7. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Let's go. Right there. Hurt.
Here he is to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Ready?
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Go! Cowboy 80. Go.
Throwing now. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Falcons make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Got him, man. It's London. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, the negative play makes it even easier to decline that flag, and that's going to bring up 4th down. So out now comes the punter. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. Calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picks it off. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. To the line for a new set of downs, only a lone timeout at their disposal. Setting up to pass. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Set, go.
Looking to throw it. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and short. To throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Back to throw. And they pull it off. A touchdown catch in the final moments. And now overtime or a win right here are on the table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
He's throwing for it. And this is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one. And send that trophy to the Las Vegas Strip, baby. The Raiders are Super Bowl champions. Here's Commissioner Roger Goodell presenting the Lombardi Trophy to the Las Vegas Raiders, Super Bowl 62 champions. So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night everybody from the Super Bowl.